So hello, everybody. Renee Masaccio here, as you may know. Okay, few things are happening in the world, and I've gotten a few emails saying almost the exact same wording. So I wanted to make sure that I got on and posted a video. And I have to say, I'm going to do my best to post at least one video a week, no more, because I don't like to get a lot of notifications for things. So I'm assuming everybody else doesn't, unless there's something really urgent, then I will. But from here forward, I'm going to post at least one something a week. I don't know what days, because it depends on what they're bringing, or if Tracy Mahaldo and I are communicating with something, and I've got a couple in the bag that I've just got to go through and do some audio editing and throw up on here. So some of them might be that. But anyway, I've got a few things that are really important today to talk about. And the first thing is, and I'm going to share my screen so that I can actually, when you're seeing this, you can be like, oh, this is the section I need, because I don't know how to do all that other stuff. Okay. Intention versus attention. Incredibly important right now. I am not exactly sure what's happening in the world, but I am telling you right now, they are saying, make sure that you pay attention to what your intention is, opposed to where your attention is going. Apparently, a lot of us are having our attention go to things that are in the past or in the future, instead of living in this moment of now. It's really, really important to pay attention to the intention. What is your intention? When you get up in the morning, make an intention for the day. During the course of the day, make sure that you're saying, my intention is whatever. I'm going to have an easy, peaceful day, or, my day is happy and joyful. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Whatever it is, because it's really important with all of the shifts and changes going on right now. It's so important to really focus in on what we desire to be. They're saying there's so much attention, especially now. This is a year of, we're doing this in 2024, right? It's September 27th or something like that. So it's a year of a lot of strife and different stuff, is how they're saying it, because it's political stuff going on, and people, I don't know when we got to this world, but people really forgetting that it's okay for somebody else to have a difference of opinion. And it's really gotten crazy. Well, in all of that, our attention is going into all of these other things, all of these things that are what I would refer to as, because, the healers and everybody says, oh, it's all unconditional love. So I would refer to it as this crazy, just misaligned energy, this whole energetic field. Well, as that's happening, and we're putting the energy to that, and we're so angry because I'm not going to allow that person to have their opinion, or I think my child or my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend, whatever it is, my partner, whatever, should be doing this. Really stop and focus on that, because let them have their experience. You have your experience. Because when we're not, and we're putting that, anger, disdain, whatever it is, even just a little aggravation, whatever it is, we're putting that out there. That's what we're going to be bringing forward. Plus, we're creating it in the overall consciousness. So I'm seeing the consciousness be filled with all of this angst energy that is really causing an imbalance within the energetic fields. So please, 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 the healers are saying everybody needs to become more aware of their intention. What is the intention? There's been a few people that have emailed, and it's interesting because they're using some of the same wording. But I'm going to use an example, because this one seems to have come up about 7 or 8 times last week. And, my spouse, my boy, whatever it is, they're not, whatever, cleaning up their dishes. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. It's just going to sound crazy, but pay attention, because maybe that's not what they want to do. If you are the one that says, I need to have a clean house, and they don't care, And I'm not saying like leave them off the hook. Say, would you mind doing that? If it's bothering you and you're not gonna let them move it in the time that they are choosing to move it, you take ownership of that. I am choosing to clean this mess up because it bothers me. I want a house that's clean, or I want a kitchen that's clean, or whatever it is. They're okay with it. So I know it sounds crazy, but start to take ownership. That's, again, they're really pointing, they're saying what you're doing is the energy, instead of going out in that angst and everything else and creating all of this strife, taking ownership and say, okay, this is going to cause me peace. And you do that, they're saying that's going to shift and that's going to go up into the world and create this beautiful neutralizing energy for everybody. Okay, so please, again, they're saying at nighttime too, pay attention to the intention versus attention. Anytime you recognize your attention is going someplace that you don't want, I want you to rein it back in. Okay, wait a minute, you're talking to yourself. Wait a minute, this is not what we are creating for ourselves. We meaning all parts of you. We're not going to create all this crazy crap. No, my intention is that this is going to go smooth and easy. And I'm now shifting all aspects of me, and let that energy start to really make the shifts and the changes. If you want to 3 times a day tap in, what's my intention right now? What's my intention for the day? What's my intention for this moment? And I know that saying the day to me, because I said to the healers, we can't do it for the day because they're not looking forward. And they're like, no, you're in the moment of now. So have that whole thought be whatever. Wake up or breakfast, lunch, dinner, set the intention. When you go to bed, allow everything to leave. I give my full permission for all that I no longer need. And there's no right words or no wrong words. For all that I no longer need to go, as I now receive pure unconditional love. Thank you. It is done. Okay, do that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to put, I'm going to share my screen so that, well, I guess that's not the one I want to share. For some reason, it's not popping up the way I need it to be. So, all right, let me just do this intention. Because I printed them too, just in case. Okay, so I'll hold it up. So the next thing is that goes right into that attention opposed to intention. I'm gonna hold this up. Everybody to say everything is coming at you. Now, this is interesting because again, 7 or 8 people said the exact same words. I feel like I'm being in a washing machine. I'm in a washing machine, right? Like everything's coming at me. If that's happening, remember, it's all coming up to get out. This is the year of truth revealed. And if that's not obvious by the news, everything's coming to the forefront. Whatever is within you that is not your truth, okay? We are the beautiful beings of light with infinite possibilities. Anything and everything that is not your truth is coming to the surface. So as these things are coming to the surface, allow your system to recognize, oh, this is coming out to leave, or this is coming out for me to address and take ownership of, and recognize and realize what my intention is. Am I choosing to buy into this more? Am I choosing to get rid of it? What is it you want to do with these things? So make sure if ever you feel like you're in this washing machine, it's because you're not focusing on what it is you truly want. And I get it. We are all in that whole boat. I do that same thing sometimes where I buy into something. Oh my God, why is everything going so crazy? Until I stop, take a breath, and step back and be like, okay, wait a minute. Let me look at this from another light. And sometimes we can't, and that's okay. Honor what you're feeling at that moment. Okay, but when you can stop and take that breath and say, wait a minute, why is this? And don't blame somebody else. It's so easy to say, but my job is this, and this is crazy, and this is stressful, and my home life is stressful, and I don't have enough, or whatever it is. Take ownership. You are, and I know this is tough to acknowledge, and I'm with you on that stuff. You are creating these things. Your body is reaching out to you saying, hey, pay attention to me. Something is in here that is not our truth. Let's get it out. Or, you need to relax more. So I'm creating this, kind of stuff, whatever it is. Start to shift your thoughts, because the mind right? That's the one that's really controlling us. If it wants to keep you safe, if it's always known stress, it's always going to try and create stress for you. So you start to have these conversations with your system, and you don't have to say anything in particular. It's, remember, everything I'm saying is there's no right words, no wrong words. It's your intention. What do you want to happen? If you said, okay, I want the opposite of this, please show me and help me have the opposite. That's what will actually happen. So start, but you have to really work at it. It's easy for me to say, but it takes a lot of work. And there's a lot of times we're not going to want to focus and center or take ownership for shit crap in our life. That's what we have to do if we want to shift and change. And remember, as you are changing and you are shifting, everybody around you is shifting. If you're like, well, I can't see it, don't go there. Who cares? It's not up to you to look and to see their changes. Are you trying to change them? That's who and what they are. You wouldn't want them changing you. Let them be. Let the energy shift and change what needs to be, because that's what happens. But as you're changing you, they're all changing, and you're changing the overall conscious energy. We are making changes in the world. We are all connected in these beautiful chain of event, these energy, what I always see like these energy cells, and it connects every single one of us together as one, and everything and anything. So everything out there, we're all connected, all is one, right? So allow that to come forward and to be. Okay, the next thing I want to talk, and again, any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll, respond to them. And if not, if we've got to get on if everybody's, we're getting a lot of questions or whatever, and I'm like, hey, does everybody want to do a Zoom? And then we can throw all the questions and answers up. I will be more than happy to do that. So let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're saying. Okay, the next thing they're saying is and it goes right into the whole thing of the intention, attention, and what's going on in your system, what's coming at you. Everything. Oh, wait, that's the other thing coming at you on. This goes right into this. Okay, what's going on, or what is going into your body? This was crazy. Now, again, this is all magnified. This is not anything. I'm not telling you anything that we haven't known that everybody else must be talking about out there. But start to pay attention to what is going into your body. What are you saying? What are you thinking? What are you actually, and this is a crazy one. Actually, I'm going to show you. Okay, this is my cup that I've always got, right? And it's, let all that you do be done in love. I really try and focus on centering, on drinking from cups, any cups, or whether it's a plain glass or whatever. If it's got a message on it, it's going to be a positive message. Because what's crazy is they have said, and this is what happened. I grabbed this cup. I was gonna, I think, get ice cream or something, probably because it's a big cup. Okay, and I grabbed this cup. It was somebody gave it to my husband as a joke. Giant cup. If I don't give a shit. So I was gonna put the ice cream in there, and all of a sudden I heard, "Is that what you want to do?" And I was like, "What, are you trying to put me on a diet?" So I said, "Yeah, I want to do that." And they said, "Look at the cup." So I grabbed it. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, that's a good size. It's really a big cup." So I said, "Yeah, that's a good size. That's a good size for ice cream." And they said, "You just look what's on it." So I read it and I was like, "Yeah, okay." And they said, "What goes in there will be imprinted. What is imprinted on the cup will go into whatever you're putting in there. That goes into your body, and that is communicating with your cells." Now, what's interesting is my sister Michelle had sent me a while ago I think it was a TikTok, and they showed a glass, a clear glass. Okay, so regular clear glass, and had water in it, and the glass was sitting there, and a pair of glasses were sitting next to the glass. They were just, sitting there. And how often, like every time we're drinking something, right, things are typically around it, or it's on a coaster or something, right? So the glass was next to it. They took the glass of water and they put it in the freezer. Do you know that it had the imprint of the glasses in the ice? The glasses weren't inside of it. It was next to the glass. So I remember seeing that. I was like, holy cow, that's crazy. Now, they bring that to me when I was doing this, and they said, "Do you remember that symbol that you saw?" And they immediately flashed that, and I was like, "Oh my God, yeah." And they said, "What do you think is happening? Your body is so much water. That's what you're putting into it. When you are wearing a shirt that says something negative on it, what do you think that we are putting into our bodies?" And now I don't know why this is magnified. Well, actually, they're saying it's magnified because that's the energy we're putting out. We are moving into the energy fields where the infinite possibilities are really coming forward. And in the next 10 years, we are going to be amazed at how completely different things are and how people are getting around and doing things because we are now going into that field. We are owning our power. We are stepping into this beautiful light that we truthfully are and growing and expanding out with such power and such light that is coming that everything is coming into our energetic field, and they're showing it from inside out. Okay, it's coming into the energetic field, meaning out here. We've been holding it deep within. As it's coming up and out, it's infused into the physical form. We're able to see, hear, know, speak differently. Okay, and then it goes into this energetic field. This energetic field starts to move out into the entire world, and it starts to wake up and do, wake up's a horrible word, but wake up other people. It starts to, again, what they're saying is it helps other people change their vibration. Okay, so we're helping that. That's changing the overall consciousness as well. Look at how many people right now are talking about sound healing. They have told me over and over, we each of us have an individual sound. Well, they're saying a couple sounds that we hold within to heal our body. Okay, which brings me to another thing. So again, pay attention to what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're putting into your system, what it says on the package or in your cup or on your shirt, and make sure that you're being of that positive light and what it is you truthfully want. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is it's a new way of being and the new way of healing, which goes right into this same aspect, right? As we are shifting and everybody's talking about these sounds and like, everybody that's doing drumming or, the bowl, anything, all of the healing aspects that are doing, this is now coming out more and more and more. People are recognizing, people are knowing that Courtney Akamo, you'll see her on the John Virgo show, and you've probably been to many of her events and all of that she has. Amazing. But she has that whole thing, like she was helping me as well get into my tone. Okay, each of us have this tone that comes in from how the healers are saying it, deep within the center core of your soul. Your soul is holding on to a form of light that is now beginning to come forward. So if some of you are saying, "Oh my God, my throat is killing me," and not, you could be sick or whatever, but if you're not, you just wake up and you're like, "Oh, my throat, it's hurting," whatever. As this is coming forward, they're changing and shifting our throat, the way we speak, the way we actually sound. So people say, "Hey, your voice sounds different," or you may recognize it sounds different, because they're saying they're shifting all of the, I don't know anything about the physical body, so I'm going to trust what they're saying. They're saying they're shifting and changing the ligaments and each component of every aspect that communicates our language and is coming forward. They're saying pay attention because the language is shifting as well. We're going more into the knowing, where somebody's like, "I really don't know that word," and you're like, "I know exactly what you mean." Because you feel we're starting to communicate telepathically. Yeah, right. So it's that point of starting to recognize and know that there's a whole new way of being, a whole new way of healing, and it's coming forward. And all of this energy that is coming up is really tied into everything that we have known. Remember, and I wrote this down. Remember, with this new way of healing, okay, and this was really important. My sister again, Michelle, sent me this thing, and I printed it out, and I can't remember. I think it was on TikTok. The girl had posted it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta remember this." Okay, our skin regenerates every 3 months, the blood every 6 months, the lungs are renewed every year, the liver heals in 18 months, the brain completely renews its cells every 3 years, the skeleton regenerates completely in 10 years, every muscle and tissue regenerates in 15 years, and even our personality renews itself every 7 years. So you're not even the same that you were 7 years ago, or when you were a child, or whatever it was. Why are you going backwards and trying to heal all this stuff? There's a new way of healing, new way of being. As these things are coming forward, because if you're watching this, no doubt you have been on this spiritual path, or whatever it is, you've been doing work on yourself, attempting, and I say that with quotes because you've already healed it, but your brain's saying, oh, we're attempting to heal this. So to heal this, you healed it already, right? It's that when the next piece of that comes forward to get out, we go, oh, here it is again. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I thought I healed that. Oh, I did what I got to do. And you jump in that rabbit hole to figure out what it is you have to do. No, you already did it. It's coming up together. It's saying, hey, you've been doing really good. We have this little piece in here that is something that you healed many years ago, but we're going to throw it forward because you're doing so good. We know you're ready to let this go. So be aware of that when it comes forward. And I'm telling you, it's crazy because I've done this and it blows me away. When it comes forward and you say or you think something like, thank you so much, I'm well aware of you. I invite you into my heart to take this journey. This journey is much easier than the journey we've been on, or that you're on, you being this other version of you, right? That's bringing it forward. Yeah, it's much easier. Come with me on this journey. And if you choose not to, it's completely okay. I send you complete love to go into your own energy field and your own light. Thank you. It is done. Now, what I see what happens in that is you're inviting them into the heart. The heart is unconditional love. We are moving forward in the heart. The more we're doing, the more we're going into that vibrational frequency, energy field, recalibration, restructuring. They're saying a recreation of the DNA and each and every other aspect of all that creates us and us from an energetic field and from a human field. Okay, so in that aspect, I see that go into the heart, starts to reshift everything. There's usually a piece, they're saying, that we have judged as something other than perfect, right? And that's what we're considering the negative. So what happens is that piece usually will hang out a little and be like, yep, no, I'm not supposed to go into the heart. I have been created to bring you shift and to bring you change. So we will never see that or feel it yet in this dimension, this time of now, okay, as perfect. So it will need to go into its own energetic field. So that's why you're saying if you choose not to, if there's a piece of you that doesn't want to, or however you say it, right? I give you my full permission to go with love into your own. You don't have to say into your own light. You just I give you my full permission to go with love. Now, what I see happen then is this thing comes in. It just disintegrates. The stuff that we were dealing with just disintegrates, it's just gone. And then that other piece, it just goes. When it gets out about a little further than the length of your arm, when you put it out, when it gets there, boom, it just turns back into unconditional love and it's gone. So with that whole aspect, when that is happening, it's all you have to remember is things are coming forward to get out. You're inviting it back home to, which is the heart, to go on to this beautiful journey of love into light and move forward, letting anything else go. And now move forward on your day. Don't stress and don't think about that aspect again, because trust me, it's all of a sudden it's gone. And another thing that they reminded me of, because the first time how I started to do that was something that came forward in my mind. And I was very aware that it was just a thought in my mind. And I was like, you know what? Like, no. And I said to my mind, thanks for thinking that. And I really appreciate it, but that's not who we are anymore. We've shifted, we've changed, which goes back into everything we were saying. And we're okay. I'm going to invite you into my heart. I'm telling you, it was the craziest thing that happened. It was like the mind was like, wait, what? what? You're inviting me into the heart? And I said, yeah, you're coming into the heart, and let's go on to this journey of life, because this is much easier than we have known and where we've been. So let's go here. And when it did, it was almost like time stood still for a second. And my mind was in such shock. It was like, I can't believe you're inviting me into the heart. I'm like, why wouldn't I? And it said, you've never invited me in before. That shocked me. I was like, what? It's, you've always talked to me like I was separate. I didn't know I was a piece and a part of you. Like, oh my God, like that blew me away. And I would say, oh my God, of course you are. I'm so sorry. I love you tremendously. Yes, come into the heart. Join us. This is a fabulous place to be. And I didn't go, oh my God, I'm gonna beat myself up because I wasn't. No, I was like, okay, I'm doing it now. And now is obviously the time to do it, or would have come to me before, right? So I invited it into the heart. When it came into the heart, oh my goodness, I had such euphoria, like this childlike euphoria. I was so happy and so excited for days. And when I say for days, because then after that, that sits with you. But what happens is you finally become it. So you might not feel that euphoria and that joy and that like childlike wonder anymore, or whatever it is you feel, because you became it. When it first comes in, it's a little different, but then you become it, and now it's just the way of being. And what was really interesting when that came, I didn't even have to say it, by the way. When that came in, I didn't have to say this part. I was very aware of a part leaving. I didn't say, okay, you can go with love or whatever. It automatically left because it didn't want to be a piece and a part of that. It didn't want to be love. It didn't want to be joy. It didn't want to be happiness. It didn't want to be where we were going. So you pay attention to what vibrates with you. Every single person is different. Every single person is going to have a completely different journey. Pieces of it might be the same, but it's going to be different for everybody. Think about healing. Okay, the healing aspect of us is changing. To me, there's always been a combination of the medical field and this, what we refer to as, the etheric realm or the spiritual realm, whatever. There's always been a mirror of those two working together. And I know a lot of stories and a lot of people that have done that. Okay, I brought in the medical field, I brought in this, but then I followed what my body wanted to do, not what they told me. I listened to them with an open ear, with an open mind, and I let that come forward. And I then took my journey. I took what I needed from there. I took what this, and took my own journey and my own path. I would love to really interview people, and Tracy Mahaldo and I talked about this last week. I'd really like to interview some people that have done exactly that, taken the medical, spiritual, or just the spiritual, the medical, whatever, and healed their body. Because there is a union, and they are telling us, and they've been telling us all year, there's a new way of being and a new way of healing. This new way of healing is coming forward. How many of you have had symptoms or things that the doctors cannot diagnose, or they can't seem to get right, because it's your body is completely shifting and changing? There is a total new way of being. It's time for us to go within, find out when you have something, talk to the body. Okay, body, what's going on with you? What do you need? What do you want? I was just looking for a book too. Louise Hay's book. They're saying a lot of that is Heal Your Life. I used to have it down here. I'm like, I don't even know where it is. Heal Your Life. And it has a thing like, if you're dealing with something, you can look up the symptom, and then it'll tell you the old belief system, and then what your new belief system should be, or your new affirmation, whatever it is. Start to infuse that into your body. Write it on a piece of paper. Hold it to your chest. Write it on a piece of paper. Put it underneath your cup. Start to infuse it into your body. Let this stuff come in to every aspect of you, and let it just be. Okay, so as I was doing that, they told me to do something else, which totally threw me off, because it's not what I had thought at all. Okay, so anyway, when I'd love to interview people to do that stuff. and we can put it on the channel if everybody's okay with it. If you have healed yourself on this healing journey, whatever, I think I speak for myself and some other people that I know would love to hear your journey, would love to hear what you did. That might make a difference to somebody else. What I love about that is communication and they're saying calibration. Well, they're saying, okay, here, let me just say what they're saying so they get out of my head for a second. Okay, so communication will recalibrate each and every aspect of us individually and the genetic makeup, the entire structuring of our DNA, and each component of our energetic field within this world and all other worlds. Please remember and know, dear ones, that the energy fields are coming together. There is only now. You see these things as past lives, as parallel lives, as future lives. It's all one. It's all happening instantaneously together as a united field of oneness. In this new energy that you are in, and this goes for each and every component of all fields of existence, they are now coming together. Every aspect of all that you have ever been is unifying and coming together. As they come together, there will be a unified field and you will connect in. When you are experiencing things right now in your human world, in your dimension, please know that may be some of your other bodies that are coming together, and their energy, their field is affecting your field, your physical body, as it's coming in. What they are experiencing there, you may now feel within your physical form. You may begin to recognize and speak it. You may begin to have the feeling within your head and possibly within your knowing that this is not yours. Please take ownership of it. It is yours. It is not yours in this dimension, in this time, but it is yours from another one of your lives and experiences. As they are coming together as one, you will be feeling what they are healing and clearing, as they will feel what you are healing and clearing. There are many versions of you throughout the universes, and we say universes. There are many universes, there are many galaxies, there are many, many worlds. We, in this field of consciousness of now, can see them all. You, on this human field, very few can see those. But what you see is not what is truth. There are a vast majority of things out in the world, in the universes, in the galaxies, and far beyond each component. For you to become one and for you to shift and to change into each component of all that is, you need to come together. That is what is happening, dear ones, with each and every aspect. All of your fields are coming together. They are moving into each field of existence, and you will begin to speak with the wisdom and the knowledge of all existences, all that you have been. You have learned and experienced many things. Allow the experience, allow the learning, allow the knowing to come forth. Do not be afraid, dear ones. This is you. This is your version of each and every aspect through all lifetimes. As you are coming together in this unified field of oneness, you will grow, you will expand, and you will move into the consciousness of true oneness. There will be many worlds within your world, because some will choose to be here, some will be here, some will be here, some will be here. They will be in all different levels of your energy field and of your light. In these energetical levels and in their light, it is creating a new world and a new existence. You may still be able to communicate, but eventually it will not be, because like will attract like. You will then shift and change your belief system. You will shift and change your energetic field. That energetic field will move into this beautiful field of now. In this beautiful field of now, each and every component is perfect, is of love, and is of light. Please, dear ones, respond to every aspect of all that you are doing with love. Allow your love to overpower each component, and to recognize and know when you send and you are this beautiful love, it will infuse into every component of all that comprises you of you in this world, in this dimension, in this time of now, and all others. You are coming together. In this coming together, you will unify into this oneness. It is very important not to buy into, to think of, or move into a field of victim. And in the word victim, we are recognizing that is your human world word. We do not call it victim. We know it is of love. Let go of your wording, let go of the structuring of all that you have known, and continue to stay in your time of now, of pure love, knowing that this or something better is coming. Begin to shift that recognition, begin to shift that knowledge of this is happening and I don't like it, but I own it. It is my creation, and I'm now choosing to shift and to change it into something better. And if you do not know what that something better is, we can help you. Ask for assistance. You do not need a name. You do not need to call on particular any energy field. You can say, I ask for assistance in shifting and changing my dimension, my time, my mind, my aspects of who and what I am, and anything and everything else that needs to be. What is right for you? Every one of you will have a different wording, a different explanation of things, and that is okay, and that is perfect. That is what makes your world your world. But it's time to come together now as one unified field of oneness. Do not judge yourself. Do not judge your neighbor. Do not judge who and what you see on there, because you have had that life. You have had that experience. You have all chosen to come into this fast track planet that you refer to as Earth for a specific reason. You were to fast track yourself into the shifting and into the acknowledgement of oneness. You were to move into the oneness field within your Earth. It has been shifted and has changed within the years. And in that energy and in that field, you are moving into a further separation. Please, dear ones, come together as one. Do not judge thy neighbor. Do not judge anyone or anything. And most importantly, do not judge you. Allow yourself to be loved, to be free, to be whole, to be complete, and to move forward in this beautiful unified field of true oneness. Let us come together and let us assist you and help you. And not only becoming true in what you truthfully are, but in allowing your system to recognize and to know that sickness is truthfully not within any aspect of the energetic fields. Sickness had been created by the human field. Let us now shift and change into recognizing and to knowing how we can bring that awareness to your human body, to your human mind, to every aspect of the human field, so that you may step out of that consciousness and move into the health and wholeness of everything that you are. We can and we will do this through each and every aspect as we assist you in awakening, but it is up to you to do the work. We can allow and to come through many channels, such as this channel that is speaking, but it is time now for you to do each and every aspect of the work and to be open and to communicate and to rejoice in every aspect of this happiness and this joy and this health. Feel what perfect health, what unity and what oneness feels like within you. Ask us for this assistance, and we can assist you in each and every component as we send all aspects of light and of wholeness. And we open up each field of existence, and we invite you now to feel the love that we are now sharing with you. And as we share and we pour this love into every aspect of you, let us open up your hearts into joy and into happiness. And let us now begin to release and let go of every aspect of all that had helped you create separation, illness, anger, strife, and anything else within your systems that is not of pure love. Sit there and feel it, dear one. Let this love rejoice and reunite every cell and every organ in a unified field of all that needs to be. We pour this love into each and every aspect, and we allow your systems to grow with light. Receive, be, accept, and honor. Thank you. It is done. Okay, feel that. I had no idea they were going to do that, and whatever they were telling me to do is done. So Oh, that was big. All right. So just sit in that, feel it. You can pause this if you want to sit in that further. I'm almost done anyway. I just am inviting you into, if there is somebody that you know, or you yourself have healed yourself, or that you're on this path, you see the changes, the aspects coming together as one. If you're open to it, I'd love to speak to you, to possibly record it on Zoom, to like an interview type thing. What did you do for healing? How did you do it? Let's collaborate together. In this energy right now, collaboration is key. How I always learn things is when somebody asks me a question, I may come out with the answers. Those of you that have done sessions with me or anything, I may come out with the answers and sound confident, but I can tell you, when you were asking that question, I am getting that answer. You know, I've been doing this for what, 30 years now, a little over 30 years. So it's the point of, it's so easy to just come forward, just like when they were channeling that through. It's just like, I totally trust that, and it just comes forward. When we are collaborating, I will always, when I communicate with anybody, that energy that is coming in from what I refer to as the healers, the powers that be, whatever, that comes through, and they are giving us answers. So I would love to collaborate, and let's get together. And Tracy has the whole point, that Tracy Mahaldo, she has the whole point, like she gets the physical form. See, I never really got to physical form. I was always the energetic person. I never really understood. And even now, like Tracy will say things to me about how cells or how different things work. And I'm like, wait, what? Like it goes, whoop. So I'd love to have us on a call together and to collaborate together, and let's see how we can change not only the aspect of healing the world, ourselves, and get people into that field. Let us now shift. And I know, I'm very aware that every single person will have their own little journey, their own little tweaks, whatever, what works for the body. This is a new way of not only being and of healing, but of bringing you back into you to communicate with each and every aspect of you so that you can move forward. Because they're saying collaboration, and they've been saying this for last month, collaboration is key. Nobody's here doing it themselves in this oneness. It's collaboration is going to set everyone free. So if I'm going to throw my email up here, if you know of somebody that can, just trying to think how to flip these. Oh wait, let me get the bum, 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 bum. Oh, the Zoom is in the way. Okay. Oh, there I am. Okay, hopefully you're seeing that. Hopefully you're seeing my email. Please email me. It's renaemus@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Love to find out. Give me your contact information, the phone number, your time zone, whatever. So I will no doubt email you and say, hey, let's schedule a time to communicate. You know, to either just get on a phone call or on a Zoom, whatever it is. We don't have to record that first Zoom, but I want to see, are you open to having this dialogue and to helping others heal? And just throw it up again. I'll give you the recording, I'll be recording. We can, yeah, I'll post it on my YouTube channel, and you post it wherever, and let's see if we can get this world healed in a whole new way. I thank you so much, everybody. This is way longer than I anticipated to be, so I do apologize, but thank you for hanging tight here. I love you all tremendously. I'm sending so much love and so much appreciation. And again, I'm going to be posting once a week. Who knows what day, but I will be. So if you are interested and you haven't hit the subscribe, hit the little bell notification. And then once you do the bell, you can click on the bell and it'll say all. Like that, and then you will be notified when I post something. If you get notifications on your phone, you do have to go into the settings of the phone and allow notifications from, I think, just YouTube. So do that. All right. I love you all. Have an awesome everything. And I look forward to hearing from you and making some comments and all that other stuff. Everybody have an awesome, awesome day. I'm sending you tons of love and light, and thank you for everything. Mwah. Love you. Bye.